guys, it's Logan Goldman. I'm just here to present my blog that I wrote for this social media marketing class. So I wrote my blog on historical photo processes and some of the history of photography. Photography has been one of my passions, and so I thought it'd be something fun to write about and also to help me learn more about the history and different processes of photography. All right, so the market research for this blog, I was really looking at who is interested in photography, who is interested in the history of photography. So that would be, photographers, both professional and hobbyist or amateur photographers, artists, because a lot of the historical processes of photography have a lot of artistic parts of it, and other processes are considered forms of different art. And then art historians, or anyone that really loved and enjoys learning about history. Photography is a wonderful and fascinating topic. It's everything from the different chemistries and how it came to be. It's surprising to know how photography has also formed different artistic styles as well. So the competitive research. So some of the strengths that I have to be competitive is that I've been a photographer for 8+ years. I primarily focus on adventure, action photography. But as I've gone through my schooling, I've learned a lot of the history and different forms of photography, which has helped me to learn and grow. I've got strong connections in the photography world, especially I've been included into a few alternative photo groups on Facebook and other sources to have connections to help me learn and grow. And I also have hands-on experience. I've taken a few classes to teach me some of the historical processes and the history of photography. The weaknesses I'm still learning. Definitely with photography, I feel that it's an ongoing thing. There's new styles and techniques that happen every year. There's new processes that come out, different ways of doing some of the historical processes as well. And then definitely it's not a very well known household name in photography. So that is definitely a weakness to get my reach out there. Target market that I was looking for this blog, as I was looking around, both men and women in the ages of 18 to 45 is about the most common. 18 to is where you get the college students. 45 is where you get those that have been doing photography for a while and just want to up their ante or to get the passion back from using some of the processes that when they were growing up and first learning photography, it was not necessarily considered an alternative process. So photographers, professional hobbyists, that's, as I've talked to different people in the photography groups on Facebook, a lot of them, they just saw some photos and wanted to learn how to create that process. They whether they're, they were artists or photographers, or just curious of that would be fun to learn how to make an image that way. That's where, who I've been trying to captivate. Artists, like I said before, there's a few of the historical photo processes that are also considered artistic processes, especially for printmaking. And then history lovers, the understanding history, is one of my enjoyable aspects of learning this stuff is what was going on in the world, what chemicals were used, how was this done back in the 1800s. It's definitely really cool to learn. Here's my blog. So homepage, got my header image with a picture of myself, done in a historical process. Silver and light, it really touches with what, the whole topic of historical photographic processes. I've got a little search bar on the follow tab and my social media icons in the sidebar. Also on the homepage, it shows the latest 2 blogs, and then the follow me with your email address and subscribe. The About Me page goes right to the YouTube link that is the About Me video that we were asked to create. Let's go back. The blog post shows all of the 8 blogs that we were asked to create. So this last blog that I uploaded is what is photography, what is alternative photography, talks about what it is, classifies it, and what are some of the unique aspects of alternative photography. Why do I do alternative photography? It's a narrative post that I talk about my personal reasons of why, and then include a few other photographers and their reasons why they do photography, alternative photography. One of the biggest questions in photography and historical photography is photography science or art? I wrote a sectional piece about that. Who invented photography? It's a list of the top 3 because it's in photography. It's hard to say who truly created the very first image and who truly created photography, because it was created by many people across the world all around the same year and same time frame. The historical photo processes for beginners is a little sectional post on 2 of the easier processes to start to learn how to do. This is a multimedia post, wet plate photography. It's a video of a photographer who has inspired me to learn photography or alternative photography. That he's taken an old box truck to create a camera, and he does the wet plate collodion. He calls himself an alchemist. So there, again, talks about why, is photography science or art? This is the how-to video that we were asked to create. It's how to make a pinhole camera. The site 14 minutes after editing down, because it does take a while to do it. So that's a fun project to do to get into photography, and you can create a pinhole camera out of anything. And then the last blog on here is a list of the most well-known historical photo processes. And then ends with a picture that I created out of a historical process. Anyways, so the next page was the frequently asked question page, with a few of the good questions, also good resources to get started with, to learn about historical and alternative photography, and then the contact me page. So got my email address. You can put your name, email, and then a message and send that on over. And I also have down here, if people don't see them on the side, the two of my social media connections to get connected with me on that. That is my blog. It was a fun time. Thank you, and have a good one.